Hello there. My name is Stalkovitch, and I'm a workman of the vodka thing. And I'm reading you a Wikipedia article over the Chieftain. This video right here is, of course, the Chieftain 11 PvP. We did a pretty good few rounds, actually, right there. Well, a couple, 2 rounds right there, actually, and I'm just checking. That second one, it was actually a victory. Hey, it works by me right there. Wish that someday I could have her and tell the world that she's all mine. I'm so in love with my baby. So I'm gonna go straight. This is off the Wikipedia.org website, Chieftain. I couldn't find anything about specifically the Chieftain 11, so I'll just about the Chieftain. The development for starters over there. By the way, if I drink and smoke, and well, that's why I got the Pokemon right now, or whatever's playing. Oh yeah, that vodka tastes so good. The Chieftain was an evolutionary development of the successful Hold on, let me fix myself here. The Chieftain was an evolutionary development of the successful cruiser line of tanks that had emerged at the end of the Second World War. Its predecessor, the Centurion main battle tank (MBT), is widely considered to be one of the most successful of post-war MBT designs. However, the introduction of the Soviet IS-3, IS-4 heavy tank, along with the Soviet T-54, T-55, led to the introduction of the Conqueror heavy tank armed with a 120mm 4.7-inch gun. A single design combining the firepower and the Conqueror's 120mm gun with the mobility and general usefulness of the Centurion was seen as the ideal combination. Starting in 1950, a series of concept research studies were undertaken in the search for a design to succeed Centurion. These involved both a development of the existing Centurion heavy cruiser tank design as well as a variety of unconventional concepts, such as a small 1- and 2-man tanks equipped with anti-tank missiles or auto-loading and liquid propellant guns. In 1954, the decision was taken that the next UK tank should be an evolutionary one designed to carry an HV gun with a high-velocity gun with a bag-charge ammunition system. Leyland, who had been involved with the Centurion tank, had built their own prototypes of a new tank design in 1956. Several aspects of the design were trialed by the production of the FV4202 40-ton Centurion, with a reclined driver's position and mantless gun mounting. In effect, the FV4202 was a shorter Centurion chassis with a prototype of what would become the Chieftain turret, but armed with the 20-pounder gun. Alright, smoke break. It's been 4 minutes. Video's going on for another 10 minutes, so hopefully you like my music. I could cut out this part of the video. I don't know. This part of that part. I'm not that good at video editing. Anyway, maybe I'll cut it out, maybe I won't. This work led to a War Office specification for a new tank. The General Staff specification drew on the experience of Centurion tanks in the Korean War, as well as that of the Conqueror tank. The tank was expected to be able to engage the enemy at long range from defensive positions and to be proof against medium artillery. To this end, the gun was to have a greater angle of depression than the 8 degrees of Conqueror and would be equipped with better frontal armor. The tank was expected to achieve a firing rate of 10 rounds per minute in the first minute and 6 per minute for the following 4. The first few prototypes were provided for troop trials from 1959, which identified, a number of changes. Improvements to address engine vibration and cooling resulted in a redesign of the rear hull. This increased the design weight to nearly 50 tons, and accordingly, the suspension, which had been designed for 45 tons, was strengthened. Track pads had to be fitted to protect roads from damage, and the ground clearance increased. The design was accepted in the early 1960s. Britain and Israel had collaborated on the development in its latter stages, with a view to Israel purchasing and domestically producing the vehicle. 2 prototypes were delivered as part of a 4-year trial. However, it was eventually decided not to sell the Marquet, to the Israelis since that period of time in the late 1960s. The UK was more friendly toward the Arab states in Jordan than to Israel, which prompted them to follow their own development program. In 1957, NATO had specified that its forces should use multi-fuel engines, which was a bad idea. I don't know nothing about engines. The early Leyland engine delivered around 450 brake horsepower, 340 kilowatts to the sprocket, which meant to top road speed of around 25 miles per hour, 40 kilometers per hour, and cross-country performance was limited. While the horse-to-man coil spring suspension reduced the on-road ride quality compared to tanks with torsion bar suspension, Colonel Peter Hamer of the 11th Hussars commented that Over really bad rough ground, it could leave a leopard for dead. Due to the cylinder linings being pressure fitted, coolant leaks within the cylinder block were common, resulting in white smoke billowing from the exhaust. In the late 1970s, engine design changed with the introduction of the Belzona, which was used to improve the lining seals. Engine output was also increased, with later engines delivering some 850 horsepower. This meant better performance and an increased speed. However, cross-country performance remained limited. Alright, we still got another like 6 minutes to talk over here, so I'm gonna take another smoke break. I'm gonna take a little sipping pool too as well. Two matches, man. They were good matches. I gotta say, I did above average. Chieftain 11, not too bad. Go buy it. Pretty good. Not too bad. It's really fast. Well, it's not that fast, but I mean, it's a Chieftain. What do you expect? It's about on par with the mk11 as far as speed goes, in my opinion. Except, you know, I use Habsburg. Then I put up a turret reverse. I put up the turret reverse plus, you know, gunner turret reverse. You want to be really sly. You want to be a sly guy. Well, you put the retrofit turret reverse. You got big time turret reverse right there. I tell you, the 3 stacks right there. Hold on another minute.
And all of these tunes are included in our latest album, Let's Celebrate Again.
Going down the design for a couple minutes over here. The design of the Chieftain included a heavily sloped hull and turret, which greatly increased the effective thickness of the frontal armor, 388 millimeters, on the Glacius, from an actual thickness of 120 millimeters. And 390 millimeters on the turret. It had a mantletless turret in order to take full advantage of reclining the vehicle up top to 10 degrees and hold down position. For security reasons, early prototypes had a canvas screen covering the mantlet and a sheet metal box mounted over the sloping glacis plate to disguise the configuration of the vehicle. The driver lay semi-recumbent in the hull when his hatch was closed down, which helped to reduce the profile of the forward glacis plate. The commander, gunner, and loader were situated in the turret. To the left side of the turret was a large searchlight with infrared capability in the armored housing. I know I keep on talking about the time, but the original design of the Chieftain tank called for a petrol V8 Rolls-Royce engine. With a 2-year delay in the development of the V8 engine, the decision was taken to drop the V8 and go with a yet to be produced multi-fuel engine. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. If you got a recommendation for me, what vehicle to play next, put it in the comments and I'll give it my best shot. Take care, pleasant thoughts, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.